Buying a new house should be one of the happiest moments of your life. A place to start fresh, to feel safe, to finally call your own. But sometimes, behind freshly painted walls and polished floors, lurks something darker, something you never signed up for. For Daniel and Erica, moving into their dream home on Willow Lane was supposed to mark the start of a new chapter. They were newly married, full of plans, and couldn't believe their luck when they got the house for such a cheap price. But within weeks, what began as small, unsettling moments snowballed into a nightmare so terrifying, the couple would later swear the house itself was alive, and that it wanted them gone. Daniel and Erica moved in on a warm spring morning. The house was a two-story colonial with a wrap-around porch and creaking wooden floors that felt charming at first. Their realtor had explained that the previous owners moved out suddenly, but Daniel brushed it off. People relocate all the time, right? The first couple of nights were normal enough. Unpacking boxes, laughing over takeout, and toasting glasses of wine to their new life. But by the third night, things started to feel off. It began with the sound of scratching inside the walls. At first, Daniel thought it was just mice. He made a mental note to call pest control, but the sounds didn't stop. They grew louder, sometimes moving from one side of the wall to the other, like something was crawling around inside the very bones of the house. A few days later, Erica decided to introduce herself to the neighbors. She knocked on the house next door, where an older woman opened the door just a crack. "You bought the Willow place?" the woman asked in a flat tone. Erica nodded with a smile, but the woman's face remained grim. She muttered, "You should have left it empty. That house doesn't keep people long," before shutting the door. Erica laughed it off when she told Daniel, but deep down, the words lingered in her mind. One weekend, while unpacking boxes in the basement, Daniel noticed something strange. Behind a row of shelves stacked with paint cans, the wall sounded hollow when he tapped it. He pushed the shelves aside and discovered a narrow wooden door, one they hadn't seen during the house tour. The door had no handle, just a small keyhole. When Daniel tried to peek through, he swore he saw movement inside. Erica told him to leave it alone, insisting it was probably just an old storage space sealed off years ago. But Daniel couldn't stop thinking about it. That night, the scratching returned, louder than ever. Only this time, it wasn't in the walls. It was coming from behind that hidden door. Sleep became impossible. They'd hear footsteps on the stairs when no one was there. Faucets turned on by themselves. Erica swore she saw shadows moving in the hall, long and twisted, stretching unnaturally across the walls. One night, Daniel woke up to Erica standing beside the bed, her eyes wide, her face pale. "There's someone in the house," she whispered. Daniel grabbed a baseball bat and searched every room, but found nothing. Just as he was about to reassure her, they both heard it, a faint, dragging sound, like nails slowly clawing across wood, coming from the basement. Unable to take it anymore, Daniel decided to break open the hidden door. Armed with a crowbar, he pried it open while Erica begged him not to. Behind the door was a narrow crawlspace. The air smelled foul, like rotting earth. He shined his flashlight inside, and his stomach dropped. The walls were covered in deep scratches, as if someone, or something, had tried to claw their way out. In the far corner lay a small, child-sized bed frame, rusted and broken. Above it, carved into the wall, were the words, "That night, Erica refused to sleep in the house." They checked into a hotel, but when they returned the next morning to grab a few things, they found something chilling. All of their belongings had been moved. Furniture rearranged. Boxes stacked in the center of the living room, their wedding photo smashed on the floor. But worst of all, the basement door, the one Daniel had pried open, was now nailed shut from the inside. Terrified, they fled and never went back. The house was abandoned again, put back on the market within months. And just like before, it didn't stay empty for long. The last Daniel ever heard, another young couple bought it. They, too, thought they'd found their dream home, until the scratching in the walls began. So the next time you're house hunting, remember, fresh paint can cover a lot of things, but it can't cover history. And sometimes, the walls themselves remember.